Okay, so we just discussed how to calculate that future value of an ordinary annuity. Now we're going to look at how to calculate the future value of an annuity due. Remember, this is an annuity where the rents occur at the beginning of the period. An ordinary annuity, they occur at the end. Annuity due, they occur at the beginning. Interest starts accumulating during that first period. Remember, for the ordinary annuity, there's no interest that accrues during that first period, or it doesn't start accumulating. It has one additional interest period, one more interest period than an ordinary annuity. And the funny thing about this one is you actually use the same table as the future value of an annuity, of an ordinary annuity, but you just add an additional step at the end. So the factor for a future value of an annuity due, we're going to multiply the ordinary annuity factor that we come up with by 1 plus the interest rate. Okay, so here I'll take a look at what that looks like here. So this is just kind of an example of what we mean by that. The interest period, there's one additional interest period. See, we've tacked on one right at the beginning here. And the interest is, it's kind of, I want to say it's accelerated, but there's more interest that accrues with an annuity due. So let's take a look at an example here. All right, so we're going to assume that Sue Lauderdale plans to deposit $800 a year on each birthday for her son, Howard. She makes the first deposit on his 10th birthday at 6% interest compounded annually. She wants to know the amount that she will have accumulated for college expenses by her son's 18th birthday. Okay, so let's look at these. So we've got $800. This is an annuity due. $800. And she is going to make, so she's going to make her first payment today, right? And she's got, he's 10, is that right? He's 10, and she's going to make it until his 18th birthday. So we've got 8 payments of $800. Interest rate is 6%. Okay. We've got all of our factors here, and it compounds annually. So let's look at our tables here. All right, so this is an annuity due. Remember, we are, though, going to use the ordinary annuity table for this. But what we're going to do, so we've got 8 payments at 6%. So we take the 8 times the 6% at 6% gets us, so the future value factor is 8, 6%, 9.89747. Now, we're not done yet. Now we need to multiply that times 1 plus the interest rate, which is 1.06. 1.06. This is how we get that factor for an annuity due. This is how we take into account that additional payment. So 9.89747 times 1.06 is 10.491318. It's a long factor. Let's see, 3182, and then we're going to multiply that, another sticky, and then that is the factor. This is of an annuity due. This is an ordinary annuity. We're going to multiply that times 800. To come up with $8,393.05 is what she's going to have at the end of, that's what he's going to have on his 18th birthday. So let's take a look at what they've got here. All right. So referring to the future value of an ordinary annuity of 1 table, which is what we did, for 8 periods at 6%, the factor we found was 9.89747. We then multiplied that by 1.06 to arrive at the future value of an annuity due factor. Now, don't ask me why they didn't just put tables in this book for the future value of an annuity due, but they didn't, but that's okay, we can figure it out. As a result, the accumulated value on his 18th birthday is $8,393.06. I think that's what we got. Close anyway. Where are we? Oh, you couldn't even see my, I'm going to pull these up. Here we go. $8,393, and I got 5 cents. So some rounding differences, but that's all. Okay, so that's the future value of an annuity due. We're going to continue on in the next lecture video talking about, let's see here. Actually, we're going to continue on right now, I believe. Sorry, I'm just reading my notes here. Just one moment. Okay, so we're going to end this particular video at this point. In the next video, we are going to, we're still going to look at the future value of an annuity. We're going to look at a future value of an ordinary annuity, but this time we don't know what the rents are. So before we knew what the rents were, what the payments were. Now we don't know what the rents are, so we're going to try and we have to figure that out, just like we did with the future value of a single sum and present value of a single sum, how we had to figure those amounts out. We can do the same thing if there's another, if we don't know what the rents are. So that's what we're going to cover in the next video.